This is Bible, the Judgment Hall, Part 1. The mob took Jesus captive in the Garden of Gethsemane. He led him to the courtroom of the high priest, where the Jewish leaders were gathered. Peter followed the crowd that led Jesus away, but he stayed far in the back at a very secure distance. When the procession came to the courtyard of the high priest, Peter snuck in and sat with the soldiers to see what was to be done with Jesus. Jesus was put on trial that night before the Sanhedrin, the religious governing body of Israel. The Roman government, which ruled over the land, allowed the Sanhedrin to punish people who were guilty of breaking some religious law, but they did not let them sentence anyone to death. Only the Roman governor Pilate could do that. Though it was illegal to hold a trial in the middle of the night, these religious rulers hated Jesus so much they were willing to do anything to get rid of him, even to break their own laws. Probably the main reason for the night trial was that they wanted to have it all over before the people who loved Jesus found out what they had been doing. These religious leaders were jealous because so many of the common people believed in Jesus and loved him. They were envious of his power to heal the sick and work mighty miracles. How they hated him. Jesus stood alone and friendless in the midst of these Jewish priests and rabbis who hated him. They kept questioning him, trying to trap him and make him condemn himself. They brought false witnesses who lied about him in order to make a case against him, even though he had never done anything wrong. They were very anxious to find Jesus guilty so they could get Pilate, the Roman governor, to sentence him to death. The high priest said to Jesus, "I demand in the name of the living God that you tell us whether you are the Messiah, the Son of God." "Yes," Jesus said, "I am." Angrily, the high priest tore his own clothing, as the Israelites often did when they were grieved or horrified. He shouted, "Blasphemy! We don't need other witnesses. You have all heard him make this claim. What is your verdict?" They all shouted, "Death! Death! He deserves death!" Then they spit in his face, struck him with sticks, blindfolded him, and slapped him, saying, "Prophesy to us, you Messiah. Who hit you that time?"